are 60,000 students that have currently been cut from grants simply because they're in the middle income and they don't qualify for anything. And by going on this trip, it really brings awareness that there are so many people in the state of Pennsylvania that are affected by this.
We're trying to advocate for the middle income families and students here that don't get as much student relief in terms of scholarships and money.
I've had to take out a lot of loans. I think it's a little nerve-wracking to know that after I'm done school, I'm going to not only have to try and find a job and compete with other people to find a job, but try and come up with money to pay back all these loans.
I go home every weekend so I can go work, so I can help pay for college. And I don't want my brothers and sisters after me to have to do that.
I depend heavily on my financial aid to even go here, and I work 2 jobs to afford the rest of the payments, so I'm basically on my own.
I also eventually want to someday be in government, so I see it from both sides of the issue as there's only so much they can do, and there's only so much I can do.
And a simple reallocating money that's been cut from the budget will allow 60,000 students to graduate college with less debt.
Widener's mission is basically about civic engagement, and one subset of civic engagement is political engagement. I'm motivated to do this, to go above and beyond just the normal classroom experience, because you can read books, but until you actually get there and see how it works, when you get that aha moment, that makes everything worth it.
Well, what we did today was to bring a very large group of students, some 50 students, to lobby on behalf of legislation that would restore some $25 to $35 million to FIA funding to help finance middle-class students' higher education.
We're looking for people right now, actually. We're trying to navigate ourselves around this large building and semi-failing miserably.
We do have a packet of information. So inside there's information about a couple of the different proposals and bills out there.
Basically, we've been doing a lot of advertising for it, making postcards, flyers.
We help create postcards so that when the students fill out the postcards, those will be brought with us so their postcards reach the representatives of their areas.
And those are cards
Very nice
from
job.
students in your constituency.
Because it really does matter, who's from the district.
Right.
Stephen Yarish, I know. Really? I gave him a scholarship.
Very nicely done.
We are with college students concerned for college costs.
And what we're advocating for is the Governor Corbett's Ready to Succeed Scholarship Program, as well as NISDRA.
It's about higher education and getting money for middle-income students.
And we were hoping it was for legislation.
I would say initially the hardest part of the trip was going in.
You would go in, you were so nervous.
Getting up the courage to present our plans, very nerve-wracking.
And talking to these real, actual adults who have such a big impact on our future.
And then you met the person and they were so receptive.
I'll put my name on it. I'll sponsor it. Put me on the bill, Juanita. 1213. Thanks.
Well, I would support it. I have 2 children in Penn State.
Well, I heard your message, and I'm certainly in favor of what you're advocating for.
Did a good job.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I think today went really well. We met a lot of really good representatives and senators. We spoke to a lot of them, and they were all really interested in our cause.
They're more human, I guess, than I thought they'd be.
As soon as we walked into the first office, the guy was so nice. He came over, he put his hand on my shoulder, he shook my hand, he said, "Oh yeah, sit down, this will be great. Oh, there's more of you, come on in, this is nice."
So then we went to Representative Killian's office, and he was like, "Come with me, we're gonna go tour the representative house floor." So then we walked on this house floor, and it was really cool.
This is something that will be passed very easily, but even knowing that, you should still approach it with full force and full dedication as though it wasn't an election year.
I think we're going to see come July 1st that there will be maybe not 25 million, but definitely a significant amount of money put towards higher education.
It's been a very big learning experience for our students to work with so many different types of people, and I think they've had some really good outcomes from doing that.
That's very good. You're very smart.
I have allowed you to film. Put it on the internet. You can take my head off and put it in someone else's body. Whatever you need to do, that's fine.
Woo!